nice. All righty.
Now the forecast, and we've been talking tornado tonight.
Oh, I know. Let's head over to Ed for the latest on that.
Yeah, tornado warning. In fact, I'm going to get to the latest, but you'll be able to get a sense here. You can see the counties back to the north and west, Schuylkill County, until 6:30. Tornado warning. You want to seek shelter, especially now towards Pottsville. We're seeing that cell making its way, and again, it has a strong rotation with that thunderstorm. It has the potential certainly to spawn a tornado. Doesn't mean that one has been spotted as of yet, but again, when you have rotation in a thunderstorm like that, you want to seek shelter immediately because it has the potential to drop a tornado. As far as our temperatures right now throughout the region, it's got cooler weather here in the north and east. Other than that, taking a look, warm front. This is all being caused as a warm front moves up through the area. Tomorrow, a cold front sweeps through. So shower, a couple of strong thunderstorms. This line moves through. It doesn't look like there's anything behind it that's forming. In fact, let me take a step back and you'll be able to see, again, as this warm front's lifting up through, it looks like things try to clear out behind it. But again, you can see this line that's kind of just forming. Take a look. I'm going to step out of the screen here because I want to actually zoom in right there on that cell that's in the Pottsville area. And you can see it's mainly right now in the western portions of Schuylkill County, but as we can kind of zoom in, you get a real good sense of what's going on here. But if you're in Frackville, Pottsville area, again, that's all going to continue to advance off through the area. So please be aware if you're in those areas. Seek shelter immediately, again, especially in the eastern half of the Schuylkill County area. Here's what we've got as far as our extended forecast. 62, shower, strong gusty thunderstorm, and then behind it, mostly cloudy. There still could be another shower or thunderstorm around. 84 degrees. So this is the result of this warm front lifting up and through the area. The warm front, again, will come on up, and as a result, that's why we're seeing some instability right now. But we'll feel the effects of the warm front tomorrow, clouds and sun. But then as the cold front comes through, that could spark a couple showers or thunderstorms. Again, there could be a shower thunderstorm in the afternoon, a couple of showers or thunderstorms tomorrow evening. And it looks like the front stalls off not too far to the south. But we should be okay Wednesday. It does look like it's going to be a calmer day with clouds and sun. Thursday looks pretty good, but there could be a shower later Thursday night. Friday, once again, that front becomes active and probably advances towards the area. We could be talking about more thunderstorms on Friday. Saturday and Sunday, partly sunny. Each day, there is the mention of a thunderstorm, but temperatures will remain warmer than normal for this time of year through the weekend. So tomorrow, get ready, mid-80s.
All right, sounds good.
We'll be giving you updates on the AccuWeather channel as far as this weather now.
All right, thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Ed.
Well, it may have been raining this morning, but the bad...
Sorry?
Last word there, Ed?
Are we? Hey, good to see you.
We're back.
Yeah, let's get to it. Got some serious active weather I want to show you here real quickly. Let's show you the Doppler radar and get some sense here. As you can clearly see, what has now become almost a solid line is advancing. We have a tornado warning that should be expiring here momentarily. It has not been extended. I suspect it will be for probably another 15, 20 minutes. If you're in Schuylkill County, it does look like, based on the Doppler radar, that it has weakened a bit. But again, this means that there's strong rotation with that cell. Looking at the Doppler radar, you can see some of the colors have diminished a tiny bit. We don't want to let our guard down because that may weaken there, may pulse back up. Another part of that line will strengthen as one area weakens. So just seek shelter all along that line. It looks like it's going to advance right through our viewing area and hold together the way things are looking right now. It is advancing into a more stable air mass, but right now it does look like it's holding together. So shower thunderstorm looks like for just about everybody as that advances through our area. I'll be giving you updates on the AccuWeather channel here through the evening hours. So stay tuned. That's what we got to do is watch that radar closely.
Get ready to rumble in the next few minutes, huh?
All right. Thanks, Ed. It's going to do it for us.
And we'll see you again at 10. Good night.
Good night.
But it means that with the rotation of this thunderstorm, it has the potential to spawn a tornado at any time. And I also obviously can note there's a tremendous amount of lightning strikes associated with it as well. So lots of cloud to ground lightning. That obviously in and of itself could be dangerous. But just taking a look at this Doppler radar, again, I think it certainly warrants the tornado warning that's in effect until 8 o'clock. Once again, for northern Lehigh, central Northampton County, southeastern Carbon County, in south central Monroe County. Again, rotation. It's moving along essentially 30 miles per hour, so it's moving at a pretty good pace. If we kind of take a zoom out, let me stop this here. And I'm going to take a zoom out here so you can get a picture, kind of a look at the big picture here. And we're going to put that into motion once again. And you can see that, outside of Schuylkill County where that additional cell has blossomed, there's not a lot of other activity that is blossoming back to the west once this line moves through, which would not be unusual. Doesn't mean that something else couldn't pop up. And you can see it's advancing here image by image, and then we're going to loop it, and you'll be able to see how it's advancing and affecting such a wide area. It essentially has become a pretty solid line extending from just now east of Wilkes-Barre down. Now it's advancing through and past Hazleton, and then back down through. Stand by here. Obviously, this being real-time information, we're getting more information here. I want to pass it along to you in real time just so that you have it. Again, tornado warning in effect till 8 o'clock. Affecting south central Monroe, extreme southeast Carbon County, central Northampton County, north central Lehigh County. Just within the last couple of minutes, police reported circulation with this storm above the ground. Very important to note that police now officially reporting circulation with the storm above the ground. So obviously there is rotation there. Going to be in and around the Walnut Port area here. Looks like, again, moving east 35 miles per hour. Looks like it'll be near the Beersville area at Catasauqua by 7:50. Bath and Chapman by 7:55. Nazareth, East Lawn Gardens, Stockertown, Tatamy by 8 o'clock. Once again, I want to pass this information along. You can see there's another little cell developing south of Allentown. But again, the biggest concern right now is what's moving from northern Lehigh County. It does look like it's tending to drop a little bit further, not just moving northeast from southwest to northeast. It also looks like it might be trying to drop a little bit and moving more west to east. And again, let me give you the very latest information. Tornado warning is in effect now for south central Monroe County, extreme southeast Carbon County, central Northampton County, north central Lehigh County. At 7:40, which is about 8 minutes ago, police reporting circulation with this storm, meaning rotation. That means it absolutely positively has the potential to spawn or drop a tornado. So you want to seek shelter immediately if you're in those areas. I'm meteorologist Ed Hanna from WFMZ. Again, we are just broke into programming here because there was earlier at 6:30, there was a tornado warning that had expired in Schuylkill County. The storms had weakened dramatically, but they've pulsed back up. And I think for good reason that a tornado warning has now been issued and is in effect now for at least another 10, 15 minutes. I suspect it will be extended as this has really pulsed back up dramatically. Again, tornado warning in effect. Now, let me stop it once again and we'll zoom in to kind of get a sense here really of what we're looking at. Here you can see that's where the kind of the heart of this cell happens to be. Right there, and we can zoom in. So obviously you can see if you're in the Slatington area right now and down towards Schnecksville, you want to be in a shelter immediately. And I want to repeat this information. And then, of course, if you're in Northampton, Bath, Chapman, up towards Palmerton, again, you want to be seeking shelter as we speak. The safest place to be during a tornado, again, is in the basement. You want to get underneath a workbench, or some type of piece of very sturdy furniture. If you don't have a basement available, you want to seek shelter on the lowest floor of the building in the interior hallway or a room such as a closet. Use blankets, pillows to cover your body. You want to always stay away from the windows. I know it's really hard to not be curious and want to look out the windows, but of course if there be debris flying, of course that could certainly shatter your windows and cause you harm. If you are in a mobile home or vehicle, again, you want to get to some type of substantial shelter. Again, if you're in these areas, if you have got no shelter available, you want to lie flat in the nearest ditch or lowest spot that you can possibly find. Cover your head with your hands. Again, tornado warning in effect. Obviously, you can see now it's advancing. Now, I'm going to put this into motion here so that you'll get a sense here of what direction it's going. It looks like it's moving right through the center of that red box. So obviously, if you're in Northampton, Bath, Chapman, if it continues to hold together in strength, Nazareth, Belfast, Tatamy, possibly as well. take a look. You can see that's at 7:13, and we're advancing here just by every about 5-10 minutes. You see another image coming in, and then once we get to the last image, it will actually kind of go right through here. The fact that police have reported rotation and the fact that that's been verified now, that is a really good indicator that there could very easily be a tornado could easily be spawned from this. And there you can see it's at 7:48 just moments ago. That's the last image right there now. So you'll see this start to advance, and you can see it kind of moving right on through into the area. So you can see there is west to east movement. There you can see that last image there. So it's now that cell kind of sliding right between Slatington and Schnecksville, and it looks like it's going to continue to advance. So I would say those of you in Chapman and in Bath, again, Northampton, just on the southern fringe there, be seeking shelter immediately. Again, this is not a tornado watch. This is not a severe thunderstorm warning. This is a tornado warning, which again means if you're in south central Monroe, extreme southeast Carbon, Northampton County, and north central Lehigh County, you want to be seeking shelter because police now indicating and verifying. I'm going to stop it once again so we can see. There you can see again the center of that circulation kind of just going right between Slatington and Schnecksville. It looks like it's going to continue to advance. Let me hit the telestrator. It does look like it's going to continue to advance off here and through. And it's not the button that I want to hit. Let me go back here. Again, forgive me for being here in real time and keeping you posted. Let me, I'm going to be advancing here through. I want to click on to get in so that we can actually show you. I'm going to click on the actual spot itself. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do is advance here and again advise you that those of you that happen to be in, you see it's actually exiting Lehigh County and moving into Northampton County now as we speak. I want to put this into motion and animate it once again. So I think those of you in Lehigh, northern parts of Lehigh County, you want to still stay until you hear the thunder has diminished and any heavy downpours, any possible winds before you come out of any shelter that you might be in. It's certainly okay to turn your TV up loud enough that you can continue to hear, but I don't want to encourage you if you're in these areas to stay in front of your TV in your living room. If you're in these areas, especially now in Northampton County, and there you can see it advancing through 7:38, all those lightning strikes. Again, the tornado warning being verified that there's been rotation by local police departments, that they've seen actually some rotation. So we're seeing it now advancing now into Northampton County. So obviously now the threat in northern Lehigh County, I wouldn't say has diminished. It's diminishing, but I'd say I'd wait another 5 to 10 minutes before emerging from any shelter. Also have to keep in mind now, we're watching back here in Schuylkill County. You can never let your guard down. It seems like this kind of tails back a little bit here. I want to make sure that doesn't pulse up. One kind of concern whenever you've got severe weather is oftentimes you're so focused on one area that you sort of let your guard down on other areas. Of course, you guys now, Carbon County, you got some activity now moving up into Monroe County. You got plenty of activity there of your own. I'm going to hit stop. And so this is the area, once again, of greatest concern now that there you can see it. So obviously through Slatington, Schnecksville, we see this little tail back between Palmerton and Slatington. Again, don't let your guard down there. But this seems like this is actually intensifying. So obviously if you're going to be in and around this area between Northampton, Bath, Chapman, please seek shelter immediately. Northampton, you're also included in that. Catasauqua to the south, but I would still encourage you to seek shelter if you're in and around that area. We're going to take a little break right now. We will be back at the top of the hour in about 4 minutes, but we want to take a little bit of a break, and we will be back at 8 o'clock. I want to get more images for you, get some more information, gather that for you, and again, we'll see you back here in just a couple of minutes. Stay with us, and again, if you're in the area of Chapman, Bath, Northampton, seek shelter immediately. That would obviously include that Nazareth and that as well. Stay with us. Again, WFMZ, I'm Ed Hanna, and we are continuing to bring you the very latest tornado warning, again, for Northampton counties. Again, especially as you saw, let me go back out here so you can get the big picture here. But obviously you can see here, this cell is exiting Lehigh County, moving through Northampton County. Also got another cell up in Monroe County, and obviously Carbon County is included in that as well. I do think this very likely will be extended past 8 o'clock, but stay with us again. We'll be giving you another update here in just a couple of minutes. We'll be right back.